In the United States of America, the novel coronavirus continues to wreak havoc. Cases have started to surge exponentially as the country topped 3 million cases of COVID-19, making it the worst affected country by the pandemic. But President Donald Trump and several state governors have called for kick-starting the economy as the country slowly reopens from months-long lockdown. Bars, cafes and restaurants have reopened in California, despite COVID-19 infections peaking to a record high just a day earlier. The owners of the hotels and the managers of the cafes were advised to implement the guidelines issued by the U.S. Center for Disease Control and Prevention, which says that each person has to maintain a mandatory distance of 6 feet from others in public places. One cafe in Los Angeles also went an extra mile and created a different layout to ensure social distancing. The cafe also reopened for its customers for the first time in 3 months.
Well, so the CDC guidelines are really you just have to be 6 feet apart, right? I just went the extra step to make sure that people feel extra comfortable. Like there's people that have, many of the people that have dined here, this has been their first experience and they feel super safe. And then, of course, they're thoroughly cleaned and sanitized after each use.
New Jersey has become one of the first states to hold in-person graduation celebrations amidst the pandemic. At the Milburn High School in New York City, more than 90 students and staff members held 3 separate graduation ceremonies, but keeping in mind strict social distancing rules. High school seniors and their family members expressed gratitude and were thankful for having the opportunity to attend valedictory ceremonies. The move also comes as Phil Murphy, the governor of the state of New Jersey, released an executive order that raised the outdoor gathering limits to 500 people.
This is extraordinary, to be together after going through over 103 consecutive days without being in the building. This is splitting the class into 4 sections of 90, but also, ensuring that we can have that in-person feel, be out on our home turf, literally our home football field.
Schools across the U.S. have been closed down since the month of March, and institutes have moved their courses online. But President Donald Trump and officials in the White House have been pushing towards reopening schools. The U.S. president has also threatened to cut off federal funding to states which are reluctant to reopen as per his wishes, and also claimed that several European countries had reopened schools with no problems. The city, which is the hardest hit in the U.S., has reported good recovery as the rate of people testing positive fell by 3%. And exactly after 100 days since the first case, workers returned to boarding subways and buses as New York began its new phase of reopening the economy. Apart from cafes and restaurants, now the city's tattoo studios have opened their doors too. Tattoo aficionados were also seen rushing to several parlors to get themselves inked.
It's overwhelming. Everybody's happy. We don't know what's in store for us right now. Hopefully we can keep the business like we should have. When we were closed, we were at the height of our busy season. So we lost a lot of work due to that. Hopefully it picks up and we can, everybody supports us.
As of now, the deadly virus has infected more than 3.1 million people and has killed over 134,000 in the U.S. And states like Florida, Texas and Arizona have taken a decision to step back on their reopening plan and instead keep several public spaces closed